Hell yes. I'm back, everybody. This is Robyn O'Neill. You're listening to me reading stuff. I am here basically to try to not complain today. I'm feeling a little bit better. Thank you for asking. I actually can move a bit, so that's already an improvement. And I actually lived through one of the greater moments of my life in this weekend. And it was just a short-lived moment. I would say it lasted about 20 minutes. But it was like everything that I love compiled into 15 minutes. You want to know what those things are? This is the highlight of my life right here when this happens. I was able to get up and move. And I decided since I could stand up, I was going to draw because I have a big drawing I'm working on. And if you've been listening, you know that the entire reason I didn't like being in pain is basically just because I couldn't draw. So I got in here. I opened the windows up in my studio. It was dusk. And by the way, if your favorite time of day isn't dusk, get out of here. You're not my type of person. No, I really don't understand. I mean, I realize daybreak can also be pretty beautiful, but it doesn't hold a candle to dusk, in my opinion. And I'm right about that. So I love dusk so much. Every day, every single day, at any time it happens, especially, what am I talking about? Anytime it happens, like it sometimes happens at 2 a.m. and it sometimes just skips a day and doesn't happen. Okay, so I like dusk. We've established that. Let me set the scene for you, though. Okay, so I open the windows. First of all, I've probably said this on here. Anytime I get to open my windows is a good day. And I honestly take that in like it's, I don't even know, like it's gold or something. I love it so much. And that is because growing up in Texas, or for the amount of time I did, it's so disgusting and hot there all the time. Sorry, Texans. It just is, okay? You've got to admit you can't open your windows very often. I remember even in the Dallas area where it actually does get cool, there's still only a few days a year you can really open your windows. Plus, you've got bugs. Okay, so anyway, moving to California was partly because of I wanted to live here because I wanted to keep my windows open. And hallelujah, that happens a lot, almost every day. So... And it never gets old to me, and I will never let it. I'm very mindful of it every time I feel a breeze come in my house, how much that means to me. Anyway, windows are open. I'm actually moving for the first time in weeks. I do walk like Frankenstein, but that's okay. I'm limping over. I'm about to start drawing, and my cat, Frankie, is in her cat tree, also looking outside, and it's this beautiful blue-purple out. And then it starts to rain. And here in LA, obviously, we almost never get rain. And the sound of the cars moving through the streets with water and just the rain hitting on my window, everything about it was so perfect. And it just made all of these weeks of annoyances all worthwhile. So I'm very, very happy to report that to you guys. And I'm going to try to draw a little more today. I got to take it easy, though, because I have a tendency to just kind of go balls out and go for it like I'm okay, and I'm not okay yet. So got to be careful. Today, I'm going to be reading you from Tomas Tranströmer's The Great Enigma. It's his collected poems, translated by Robyn Fulton. I don't know when this came out, but this is a New Directions book, so I'll put the link where you can buy that in the description of this podcast. Let me see here which one. You know, I'm going to hit pause. I'm going to take a drink of coffee. You're going to deal with it, and I'll be right back. Hi. Okay, so Tomas Tranströmer, I've never read. He is a Swedish poet, and he just died this year in March of 2015. He lived to be, I think, 82 or 3. He's fairly new to me, and I'll talk about how I got this book in a little bit, but let's go ahead and read it. This is from his book, The Wild Market Square. This is called Answers to Letters. In the bottom drawer of my desk, I found a letter that first arrived 26 years ago, a letter in panic, and it's still breathing when it arrives the second time. A house has 5 windows. Through 4 of them, the day shines clear and still. The 5th faces a black sky, thunder, and storm. I stand at the 5th window. The letter. Sometimes an abyss opens between Tuesday and Wednesday, but its 26 years could pass in a moment. Time is not a straight line. It's more of a labyrinth. And if you press close to the wall at the right place, you can hear the hurrying steps and the voices. You can hear yourself walking past on the other side. Was the letter ever answered? I don't remember. It was long ago. The countless thresholds of the sea kept migrating. The heart kept leaping from second to second like a toad in the wet grass of an August night. The unanswered letters pile up like cirrostratus clouds promising bad weather. They make the sunbeams lusterless. One day I will answer. One day when I am dead and can at least concentrate. Or at least so far away from here that I can find myself again. When I'm walking, newly arrived in the big city on 125th Street, in the wind, on the street of dancing garbage. I, who love to stray off and vanish in the crowd, a capital T in the endless mass of the text. I don't know that there's anything sadder than an unanswered letter. I know some of my biggest heartbreaks have come in this form of the unanswered letter. And something about this and the talk of the house and the 5 windows. I pulled this to read to you. This is from Edith Wharton. But I have sometimes thought that a woman's nature is like a great house full of rooms. There is the hall through which everyone passes in, going in and out, the drawing room, where the members of the family come and go as they list. But beyond that, as they list? It must be wish. But beyond that, far beyond, are other rooms, the handles of whose doors perhaps are never turned. No one knows the way to them. No one knows whither they lead. And in the innermost room, the holy of holies, the soul sits alone and waits for a footstep that never comes. I don't know if I got that word wrong. List. We'll check that later. I'll put my people on it. I cannot believe this, but I have 3 people to thank. I got an alert that I had some new iTunes reviews, and it really brightened my spirits this weekend, along with the dusk storm. So, Star Command wrote such a sweet one, saying that I'm a superstar on social media, which I have definitely never heard, and I love that, though. Thank you. I don't really know that I try to be, but I know that I'm active, and I love sharing the things that I love and find funny and beautiful. Star Command also said that I erase all the bad teachings of poetry. Many of us got as kids. That's my summary of what he or she said. So thank you so much, Star Command. David Cheney, a new listener, but someone I knew a long-ass time ago. Hello, David. So good to hear from you. And I'm glad this goofy podcast has been inspiring to you. That meant a lot to me to hear from you. And I hope you do your own podcast. And last but not least, Calamity Kath, who gave me a shout out for being a landscape artist. And she also said, I'm life-affirming and ballsy. So, Kath, not sure I know you, but I'm about to online stalk you. I liked it so much. So there you go. Inspiration. If you'd like me to get stalked by me online, all you got to do is jump onto iTunes and write me a 5-star review. Let's make your dreams come true. Let's see. I'd like to give it up for Kleenex, tater tots, my rheumatologist, Dr. Caddis, and his nurse, Esmeralda, Matthew Sontheimer for giving me this Tranströmer book. I swear to God, Matthew, I'm calling you back soon. I just haven't felt like talking on the phone until today. And to you, my listeners, my friends, I love you guys. I'm not going to let you down. I'm trying to think of all sorts of nice things to say to you. I remain your friend, your extra set of ears, and hopefully a flawed but very impassioned little extension of your hearts. Meaning, I hope some of this stuff lights you guys up like it does me. Take care of yourselves. Be easy on yourselves and others, and I will talk to you guys soon.